What's up, everybody? It's your girl Exotic Winter. Thank you for clicking on my video today. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys to take the time out your day to actually watch my video. That means so much to me, and I just had to share this story with y'all. Like, it's never happened to me before. It's crazy, and I just want to inform y'all so that it won't happen to y'all. But before I get y'all hip, make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I know y'all probably noticed I look a little different. My hair is different. I decided to get a protective hairstyle this time and get a little color because I haven't got no color in my hair for like a few months. So I want to get something different. So that's how this came about. But I really wanted to tell y'all about this, and I got inspired to do this video because I was on Instagram and I followed this page. It's called Black Girls with Style. So on this particular page, a girl had made a post and she said that she got scammed on Indeed. So immediately it grabbed my attention because I just recently got scammed on Indeed. So I'm like, oh shit, you know, like, what happened to her? So I'm reading the story, and basically she says that she thinks that she was getting sex trafficked. So she said she applied to this job on Indeed. Now, I don't know if it was like a remote type of job like that I'm looking for, but it, you know, like, she didn't say what type of job it was for or whatever. So she just said that from the very beginning, stuff just felt like a little funny to her, like about the whole thing, like from the very beginning. So she communicating with the people at the job, and basically the dude, the one that she was communicating with, told her to meet up at this location for like a interview. So she said she put the address in her GPS, and the address comes up as a closed location, like that location not even open no more. So of course she already had some suspicion about it, but this like was the icing on the cake for her. She like, oh hell nah, you know. So she said she decided not to go to the interview. She said dude started blowing her phone up, texting, calling. That's weird. Like if somebody don't, like, usually what jobs do, if you don't show up to the interview, they just move on to the next person. They're not worried about you. Like, they'd be like, oh, okay, next. They're not gonna blow your line up, you know? So she's still just like, what the fuck? Like, why is they calling me? So she decides to have her brother apply. The dude never hit him back up like he was interested in hiring him. She had 2 of her female friends apply for this same job. Dude hit him up right away. Calling, texting. So she said she think it was some type of sex trafficking, and for like women to be careful, and like pretty much Indeed scammed her. So to me, I'm thinking this sex trafficking stuff, like these scams and stuff, like how are they must have hacked into Indeed system. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, I'm like, they must have really hacked into Indeed system that they can see like your information, like, because on Indeed it's your phone number, it's your email. So I'm like, they must have hacked into Indeed, saw what jobs you applied for, they got your number, they got your email, so they hit you up acting like they're the job, but they really trying to get you to come to this location so they can kidnap your ass. And that never occurred to me like that's what was going on to me. Like, I don't know, you know, after I tell y'all the story, y'all can make your own judgment on if you think that I was being sex trafficked or if you think it was just a scam, period. So let me get into, you know, what happened to me. So a month ago, I've been applying for remote jobs, and mainly because it's more convenient for me in my situation right now, and I just been wanting to work at home. So I'm applying for remote jobs, and I wasn't hearing nothing back for a little minute, you know. So one day I get a text. I never had no job text me, you know, or whatever. So usually they email or they call. So I had a job text me, and they was like, hey, are you still interested? And the job that I had applied for was called Medical Services of America. Now, let me know in the comments, is this really a job? Like, is this really a place? Because of how they did me, it make me feel like it's a scam. So if you know of this, place or know of this business, let me know, because I don't believe it's even a business. So they text, and it was like a recruiter or something. So she texts, she say, hey, one day I wake up to this text. So she say, hey, this is Sandra from Medical Services of America. We saw that you applied to us on Indeed, and they asked, are you still interested? It's $21 an hour. I heard $21 an hour. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm interested. So I'm not thinking though, like I wasn't thinking at the time. I honestly was just so excited that it looked like it was gonna be working out for me. It looked like me working at home was gonna work out. I'm like, damn, $21 an hour. Oh, even better. I'm like, I'm gonna be Gucci. I'm gonna be at the comfort of my own house and making good money. That's what I thought. So I didn't think much about it. So I text her back. I said, yes, just simple yes. She gives me instructions. She like, download the Telegram app on your phone if you don't already have it, and hit up this dude his name was Victor. So she gave me the link to like, when I download the app, that I can instantly start a chat with him. And she said, when you start the chat with him, message him and say, I'm ready for my interview. So I say, okay, still not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So that same day, I download the Telegram app, and I messaged him. So he messaged me back, and he was like, okay, thank you for your interest in us. We'll have to do an interview process to see if you're even qualified. So I say, okay, those are normal things that jobs usually do, like an interview process. That's normal, right? The interview we did was through text. Like, he literally asked me questions through text. So he like, it's like, I wish I still had the text messages, y'all. Like, I wish I did, because I would have put them on the screen for y'all to see this shit. Like, one of the questions for the interview, because that wasn't a real damn interview over a damn text message. All the jobs I've worked have always been an interview in person. Never no damn text messages. Like, that's crazy. So, but the questions are interview questions, like, they not stupid, So they interview questions. I'm still just like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, oh girl, I'm feeling something weird about this. And at first I wasn't. So he asked him like, oh, what made you be interested in working for us? I tell him what's going on with me. I'm like, oh, such and such going on with me, so it'd just be more convenient for me to work at home. He like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like I said, regular stuff. At the end of that, so in between time, he's like, you get a certain amount of time to respond back to me. Like, you need to make sure that you're texting me back within a good manner for you to get this job. Because, we texting. Because usually when you texting, like, it's easy to, like, take helpless to text somebody back. Versus if we was on the phone or in person, I have to answer those questions right then and there. So I'm like, okay, so I'm not doing it with my day for real. Like, I'm at home. So I'm able to reply back to him good and stuff like that. So at the end of the interview, he says, I'm gonna text you in the morning. He said, I just work for HR. Let me get this over to my boss. And in the morning, he's like, make sure you're up at 8 o'clock in the morning so I can let you know what the decision is from them looking at your interview. So I say, okay. My husband get home later that day, and I tell him about it. I'm just like, I don't know, but he said tomorrow they're gonna let me know something. And we both just like, like, we'll see what's up, So the next morning I actually set an alarm so that I could be up, because, you know, he kept on saying like it was real crucial for me to make sure I'm texting him back in a good time and stuff like that to make sure I get the job. So I set an alarm. I get up. He already hit me up. Like, I set an alarm for 7:45 just to give me 15 minutes to kind of really get up, because I know he's gonna text me at 8 o'clock. This dude texted me at 7:07, I believe, and was like, "Great news, you're a good fit for the job." I'm like, oh, okay, this is great. You know, like, my dumb ass is really excited, you know. So I'm like, okay, thank you for the opportunity. Like, I really appreciate this, because I'm looking at, my mind is thinking dollar signs. Like, I'm thinking dollar signs. So I'm happy. So he like, the next process is we're going to take some information from you, and then we have a facility in your area. Because he was asking, like, you know, where was I from? Because I can't remember what his location was located at, but it wasn't in St. Louis, Missouri. So he like, so I sent him he sent me an offer letter. I do still have that, and I did not sign it, but he sent me an offer letter to my email. Then he asked for my email address and my home address and my phone number. So I gave it to him, and he started asking me. So the day before, when I did the interview with him, one of the questions was, did I have a bank, and did I have mobile check deposit? So I'm like, yeah, you know, I just said, yeah. I mean, I do, but I was like, yeah, I got mobile check deposit, you know, whatever. And so he actually needed to know that for the next day. So the day that I got hired, he was like, the way we do it is, because, you know, when you work at home remotely, you have a computer, keyboard, printer, headset, copy, like, you know, you have materials to work at home. So he like, the way we do it is, we're going to send you a check. I'm going to send you a check in your email. You're going to deposit that check to your bank. Then once the check clear, I'm going to give you a vendor to go to. And that vendor is who you're going to order all your supplies for. And with this particular company, I was going to need a work phone, just, you know, for them to call me and stuff like that. So he like, but everything going to be in your name.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I have bills at my place with me and my husband's name on it already. Like, why do I need, like, if I'm working for you, why do I need my name to be attached to it? So I asked him, I said, why is my name gonna be, you know, we're texting. I'm like, why my name gonna be on it? He said, oh, because within a few years of working with us, those are gonna be your items. Like, that's gonna be your computer. That's like, all that gonna be yours. I'm like, that don't even make sense, you know. But I don't know. I never worked remotely. I don't know nothing about that. Like, I don't know. So my mother-in-law, she works remotely for her job. So I tell my husband about it. He like, call Maya, ask her, like, is her name on the stuff that she have, and do she eventually own it? You know, just to see like what's up, because I thought it was weird, but I don't know. So I never got a chance to even call her and ask, because he asked for, so I gave him my email, my phone number, my home address. The next step, so after he told me that, I said, okay, you know, I just said, okay, you know, about him sending a check in the email and me going to the vendor to order the stuff. I just said, all right. So the next step was, he said, what's your social? And before he even asked for my social, I had already asked him, how, since y'all out of town and I stay in Missouri, am I ever gonna meet up with somebody? Am I ever gonna, because how am I gonna do my W-2s? Like, you know, I wanted to, like, I didn't want to send everything over electronically. I wanted to know, did y'all have a facility in St. Louis that I can go to and fill out my paperwork, you know, for the hiring on process? He told me yes. So he asked for my social. I'm like, no, you know, like, I feel comfortable going to the facility and providing my ID, because he wanted the front and back of my ID and my social. So I said no. I said, I thought you told me there was going to be a place I could go to for that. Then I also asked him, I said, and you know what? I said, I haven't talked to nobody on the phone, and this whole thing just seems really weird to me. I said, I would like some type of confirmation or some type of security. Like, I told him, I said, I never had a job before where, or I never got hired somewhere before where, like, we never talked on the phone. I was like, everything been through text. From day one, when old girl texted me and was like, are you still interested? We found your application on Indeed. Like, that was text. When I started talking to dude, I just knew, like, once I messaged him on Telegram, I just knew, like, we was gonna be on the phone. We was gonna do like a video chat interview since they from out of town. Like, you know, I just knew it was gonna be better, but it wasn't. So after I said that, I just asked, I said, can I talk to somebody on the phone? Can I video chat somebody? I said, is this something that you can provide for me, you know, to give me more security? So after I said that, I clicked off the Telegram app, and I'm on to different stuff on my phone. You know, I'm doing little stuff around the house and stuff like that. I click back on there. Me and his messages are gone. Like, they never existed. Like, I guess on the Telegram app, if you delete, like, if one person delete the conversation, it's just deleted from everybody. Or maybe he blocked me, or I don't know, or unadded me. I don't know. But, like, why as soon as I question y'all, or like, I've been asking questions along the way, but this was like, must have been the last straw for him, where he was just like, no, you know. But to me, that was a scam. Like I said, I don't know if it was sex trafficking or not, but it was definitely a scam. Because if it was a real place, you wouldn't mind providing that security for me. You wouldn't have a problem with that. But he did. So I just want to let y'all know, like, and so I even went back on Indeed and I did apply for them. So I just want to let y'all know, like, I just told you that situation happened to her, and I just told you what happened to me, that maybe Indeed is not no trusted place that you can really, like, go to anymore. I don't know. But that's where I got all my jobs from, except for one. So every place I've ever worked at, I was on Indeed. And this was back in, like, since like 2015, 2014, I used to be on Indeed, and I ain't had no problems. But you know, we live in a new day and age where, like, scamming is real high, and they know how to hack into these computers. Like, and let me tell y'all something too. So a few weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, you know, I'm at home. My brother-in-law started calling me. Then my mother-in-law started calling me, and I'm just like, damn, like, because my husband had just went to work. Like, he just left out to go to work. So I'm like, damn, like, why they calling? Like, what's going on type shit. So finally, his mother-in-law, his mom texts me, and she say that his brother PayPal account said that they sent me money like 3 times. So I'm like, I wouldn't, like, basically, I would have known if I had some extra money in my PayPal account, because I use my card damn near every day, and I check my PayPal account damn near every day. So I would have known, like, if he did. So I still go check it. I call her back, and I'm like, no, I ain't getting no money from him, you know. So I'm like, what's the username that it said that he sent it to? And mind you, his brother didn't send this stuff on his own. It said that he sent it to me as a gift, but it wasn't. So it said that he sent it as a gift, and he never physically took his phone and meant to send me any money, right? So that lets you know, like, his account was hacked into. So then I asked her, I say, what's the username? And she tell me the username. It's not my username that's on PayPal, but the username is my email address. So I'm like, you know, I screenshot and I sent her my username. I sent her my transactions, because everybody know, like, Well, if you got PayPal, you can't delete nothing off PayPal. And it's like, yeah, you know, like, they my family too now, you know, since I got married. So I really didn't have to do that because my word, you know, should be enough. But I just want to really let them know and feel more secure. Like, that's not me. I did not do that. Like, I ain't keeping your son money. I wouldn't do that type shit. But the only thing I could think of is me giving them my fucking email address. But I'm like, how did they just take my email? So how they take my email address, take my address, my first and last name, my phone number, and do that? Like, scamming and hacking is at an all-time high, y'all. Like, you got to be careful. Don't be just putting your information into anything. Don't like, I just thought that was wild because it was on Indeed, you know? So I got some other things to do tonight. I just want to get on here and tell y'all about what happened to me and maybe like prevent this from happening to y'all. So just be careful when you giving somebody your personal information. So just be careful, or if they never call you, that's a red flag. Or if you looking up them in your GPS and it's not legit, don't go. Like, just be careful of sex trafficking and just getting scammed, period, because I really don't want this to happen to nobody else that I know. And they be like, damn. And looking at me, you know, when I'm like, bro, I just was trying to find a job working at home, and now they getting money off of people that I know. Because then I was like, okay, so then I was like, okay, they used my email address to make it seem like it was me, right? Which is not even my PayPal username. It's just they used my email address to look like it was me. So if anybody that do know my email address or know my name, if they come up, they're going to be like, oh, that's her. Let me call her and be like, oh, they actually sent some money to you. Can you send it back? But now I'm just like, how did they know that I knew him and they targeted his account? And he told me, his brother told me, he don't even use his PayPal account no more. But his debit card is linked to it. So it took it, you know, directly out his checking account. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to let y'all know what happened to me, what happened to old girl. And just be careful what you put your information into. Be careful who you meet up with people. Even like online dating websites and shit. Be careful meeting up with folks, because you don't know who people really is. And they might be trying to scam your ass.